soul. I see it come down, calling your inner soul. Learn how.
Since its inception, the Challenge Family Triathlon Series has redefined the spirit of endurance sports. Known for its unique courses, passionate community and athlete-centred values, the Challenge Family features races in some of the world's most iconic locations. From breathtaking scenery to the demands of each event, the Challenge Family is about more than just competition. It's about athletes pushing beyond their limits, fueled by the support of fans, family and peers. Through the athletes' journeys, everyone can understand what it takes to prepare, overcome and to race with a purpose that goes far beyond the finish line.
Well, my first experience, it was when I was 26 years old. I just started running a bit more because I wanted to be more active again after my studies. And then I had a couple of friends that signed up for a triathlon, a sprint triathlon in Amsterdam, and I decided to join them. And it was just a beautiful sunny day in Amsterdam. And yeah, we had a lot of fun together. And straight away, I was kind of enthusiastic about the triathlon family and all the people. I think the most beautiful thing about triathlon is just the self-challenge, and every day that you have to give your absolute best self in training, and then in races it's actually the ultimate test to really test yourself, and there's not a lot that can help you. It's purely the strength of your mind and body, which makes the sport so beautiful for me. I think that was actually Challenge Almere in the Netherlands in 2018. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was my first challenge event. So that was pretty cool actually to make my first race in the Netherlands, yeah.
I've been racing for Great Britain for 15 years now. I started with short course racing and moved over to middle distance about 2 years ago. So yeah, really enjoying my change into the longer distance racing. I vaguely remember, only from pictures at home, that I think I raced when I was about 7 or 8 in a really small grassroots event. My parents have been involved with triathlon since I can remember really, so I always used to follow them, watch them race, and then obviously often alongside adult races, they used to have kids races and I just used to get involved with those. I also have a twin brother who I used to race with all the time as well. Challenge Family, I raced in Wales 2 years ago. That was my first kind of middle distance race. I really enjoyed it. I came fourth in that race. It was quite a close battle in the end, but yeah, since that race I just loved all the competitions, and last year I targeted the Challenge Family bonus. So I started off in Miami, which is a clash event, but also kind of partnered with Challenge, and then I went to Chile to race the week after, which was kind of my first win as a pro in middle distance, so that was really cool. And then yeah, I just kind of chased the races a bit last year. Came third in the bonus at the end of the year, which was great. It was a nice paycheck for me. It kind of pays rent for the year just about. So yeah, and obviously this is my first challenge race this year. I qualified from my races last year, so yeah, looking forward to getting stuck in.
I'm born and raised in Germany, but all my family is from the Czech Republic, so I grew up bilingually. Speaking Czech at home and then learning German at the kindergarten, but yeah, basically like I said, I was raised there, so I went to school in Germany, and I've always been a competitive person because of the swimming, but then I believe that triathlon is a whole different story, having 3 completely different disciplines and doing those back to back. Either you develop something like that, or maybe it's also something that you already have deep inside you. I don't know, I'm not sure. you would never hear me saying, I have to run today, I have to swim today, I have to bike today. No, I want to. So that's already my kind of mindset. I see triathlon as a lifestyle. For this season, it's definitely, well, apart from this race, which I really love, the Challenge Samorin is also a Challenge Roth in about 2 months or less. So those are my biggest goals. Then I will also do a Challenge Mallorca in October because it's my home race.
Kicking off the most prestigious events of the season, the Championship in Samorin tests the world's top triathletes on a course renowned for its intensity and global prestige. This is where the best of the best come together to compete for the title and set the stage for a remarkable year of endurance and spirit.
I've worked so hard on my running on these last 6 months. You know, the sport is evolving so much and the run is really becoming, you know, the defining factor in all these races. And I love coming back here. You know, Challenge really help us out. They really put on a good facility for the athletes. It's super easy, especially with a season that's so condensed and is so kind of travel heavy and stressful. You want to come to races that it just makes it easy. Everything's on site here. But also, you know, the race course, it's an incredible race course.
I love it here, especially the run course, because you get to see so many of the other athletes, and as you get further into the run, more athletes are getting onto the run, so it's busier out there, which is it's really fun. You just get to, there's more people to look at, more people to cheer on, and yeah, it's a great atmosphere. I had expectations and pressure from myself to have a good performance after last year and a good race earlier this season. I wanted to consolidate on that, and I'm really glad that I did.
Unlike other triathlon series, the Challenge family strives to create an experience that connects the athletes with the venues, the local community, and the energy of each race. With events spanning continents, each race feels like a celebration of human resilience and unity.
Challenge family, it's all about the athlete, and I think, you know, our brand name, Challenge Family, it's already telling a story. Family means always something inclusive, something warm, something caring, and I think this is how I will describe Challenge Family. We really care about local community, about partners, sponsors, about the athletes, about everyone who kind of belongs to this ecosystem of triathlon and endurance sport events. When we are entering to new markets, there are options where we're having already existing events and transferring to challenge events. We are entering new markets where we are building events from scratch. There are markets which are mature, where there is a lot of experience existing, a lot of triathlon events, a lot of active triathletes, and we are entering markets where we are building the triathlon sport from scratch, and next to that, building our event.
We want to have the best experience for the athlete and offer a unique experience around the world. We have many different races and they share the level of a basic quality, but the local flavor adds the uniqueness of each race. No race will be the same, and that is what we try to achieve. The community, that is the real driver of the events, and therefore we never go for 1 year to a certain destination or 2 years. We always try to build at least 5 years and then onwards to create a triathlon tradition. We are in some destinations where there is a big community already, but we also develop new communities like in Uzbekistan or Turkey, where the sport is really starting and growing up, and we try to help to build the community and make the total triathlon world bigger.
I think it's going to be physical, to be honest. Mentally, I mean, it's so beautiful out there. It's such an amazing place to be racing. Like, just as you're going up through the mountains and down the valleys, you see a waterfall as you're, descending. That definitely takes your mind off things. It's going to be more just how hard can you push your legs for how long.
I'm so happy to win in my country. So it was just amazing, and I wanted to cry after I crossed the finish line. I like when it's hard on the bike. So for me, it's really nice to have this kind of race.
I've been here last year already, and that was actually one of the reasons to come back this year, because everything went just so smooth. And the organization is one part, and the scenery, the race course, the other part. The other reason to come back. It's I think there's no other race course like this one in the world, and it's super nice to be back.
My feeling is amazing now. My psychology is very good. I start in the race with a good feeling. I have to give one congratulation in the organization, the Challenge Volksy, and in all the challenge.
Every Challenge family race requires not only physical strength, but also mental toughness and concentration. Athletes have to push their bodies to peak performance, train in all conditions, and fine-tune every movement. But beyond the physical limits, there's also a mental journey that every athlete embarks on.
I think like the most challenging moments can be either like half distance or full distance, but that you're like really in a dark place and you just start questioning yourself. Why do I do this sport? I don't have a great day today. I don't feel good. But that you really kind of like try to find a way to get out of those dark moments. I think those like situations are always very challenging. And even though I always say like triathlon is like an individual race, and even for us, it's not really racing against your competitors, unless you're like really towards the end of the race, and then sometimes you also like face super challenging situations that you're really running side by side with another athlete, and then it's also, I believe, really the athlete who's mentally strongest is the one who will win that race or who will win that battle. These are also like always very challenging situations.
I like to be quite relaxed going into races. I tend not to have a strict schedule of kind of preparation sessions. I just like to kind of keep the week relaxed. Hopefully travel to a race fairly early so you can kind of suss out the venue, the event, and also just hanging out with other athletes as well. It's quite nice just to relax with them. We don't see them all the time, so it's nice to catch up with friends.
I think the mentality in triathlon plays a big role, especially the longer the distance, the bigger the role of the mind, that's for sure. Especially when we talk about long distances, but it already starts at middle distances, but long distances, I would say that after a certain point, it's the mind that finishes the race, basically.
The Data Challenge Roth has a unique status within the Challenge family. Every year, the best triathlon professionals come to experience the biggest long-distance triathlon in the world. With 5,000 participating athletes, 7,500 volunteers and 220,000 spectators, it is considered one of the most prestigious triathlon events an athlete can win. In a unique blend of urban charm and natural beauty, the Sail Challenge Cap Quebec offers athletes an unforgettable experience on Canadian soil. With Quebec's vibrant cityscape as its backdrop, this race combines breathtaking scenery with intense competition.
So far, the organization of the race seems awesome. Like, you know, where the transition is versus where the swim is. I mean, it's downtown. I mean, it's really hard to shut down town to do it, but they've done it. And I think it'll be really fun running kind of downtown and in the harbor. I mean, yeah, it's kind of seems to me like a one-of-a-kind race, because when you have races downtown, it's a whole nother element, because you got all the people walking around, stopping to watch the race, so I think that's nice.
Yeah, the city is incredible. I mean, you look around and you feel like you're in Europe. So running through these cobble streets, I really had flashbacks of racing in Europe, like not only Belgium with, you know, all the famous cobbled climbs that we have, but also in like Pontevedra, Spain last year at the grand final, we also had a run that went up very narrow on cobble streets. So there was a lot of flashbacks happening on the run, and it's just such a beautiful place. It's kind of crazy. It feels like Europe, but you're still in North America. Yeah, I'm really glad I came here and was able to discover a bit of the city.
She was definitely the stronger woman today and the best girl that won. But I'm happy with second. Yeah, it was a really good race today for me and a step forward. I don't think you really understand how lovely the place is until you're here. So yeah, I really hope it continues, because I think it was such a great venue and a great day for everyone.
Returning to one of Europe's most storied triathlon venues, the Challenge Almere Amsterdam invites athletes to test their limits in a city known for its endurance legacy.
It's really cool, and immediately after I did the registration here and had email contact again with Challenge and the organizer, I was like, okay, I definitely have to do more Challenge races again. It was really cool, it's more familiar, like, it's everything a bit closer together, and you know the people, and it's just cool. I really love the atmosphere around.
I like the course. It's my third time here, so I raced 2021 and last year also, and I really like it. I like the lake swim, and today was cooler than last year, so yeah, I felt like it was a good day for me, because I like some colder weather. Yeah, it was like 100 people shouting at me that I gained time all the time, so then I was very emotional. Yeah, the last 200 meters, it was just magic.
Set against the breathtaking coastline in Mallorca, the Challenge Pugira Mallorca offers a breathtaking course with crystal clear waters and a cycling route that winds through rugged mountains and charming Spanish roads.
The season's going well. The last time I raced was in Germany in July for Rock. I was going to race in Uzbekistan, but I got sick unfortunately, so I didn't start. So I was really looking forward to kind of challenging for the overall series with the challenge bonus, but with that race not counting for me, I think it's going to be tough to go for the overall. So I'm just here to have a great time, looking forward to testing out my fitness again, and yeah, excited. I raced here 2 years ago and came second, so it'd be nice to get one more place higher up on the podium. But yeah, I was excited to come back. It's a beautiful location for a race with the beaches, the nice clear sea and the sunshine. So yeah, it's fantastic. There's always great support on the run course as well. So I'm looking forward to getting out there tomorrow. I've been racing challenge since I first started doing middle distance, and I love their races. The team is great. It's a family, like it says in the name. So every race I have people, I've got mentors and who work in the race organisation. So it's always nice to make new friends and get ideas and help. And yeah, like some of my best results of my career have been with Challenge Family Races. So I just like supporting the company. It's great.
I'm satisfied with my performances. Obviously, the biggest goal is to get to the start line in a healthy condition, and that has worked so far, I think, if I look back, yeah. And then the performances itself, like I said, maybe Samorin wasn't as great as last year, but still okay. Roth was amazing for me personally, and now I'm hoping for a good result here in Pugira, so I can qualify again for Chamonix next year. That's my biggest goal. Racing home is very special. I live about 10 kilometers away from here, so it is pretty much in front of my doorstep. The closest point from the bike course is 2 kilometers from my house. So I do know the bike course pretty much like by heart.
I absolutely love doing challenge races. I kind of would always choose them over others, and I've done a fair few recently, so getting some points on the board. But yeah, the organisers are always kind of super accommodating, and yeah, it's definitely my first choice for a kind of race organisation.
Looking ahead, the Challenge family has a clear and inspiring vision for the future, a vision that aims to push the boundaries of triathlon and enhance the athlete experience.
This is a question I'm getting quite a lot. So what are you aiming at? How many races do you want to have, and how many continents? We don't have an objective to have 120 events in 3 years. We want to be a quality leader. We want to have races we are contributing to our global brand.
When Challenge Family started, it was clear that there was a need for putting on a series of events where the athlete is central, where the athletes feel being treated as a human and not as a number. That is how it started, and that is what we built on. Create unique races all over the world.
The end of each race marks the start of a new journey that brings with it a commitment to encourage, inspire and unite athletes around the world. Challenge Family is more than a series, it's a family, and the next challenge is already waiting.